everybody. It's my privilege to introduce to you, all the way from the south side of Chicago, the man, the myth, the legend, my Theo, your brother, the SouthSide Unicorn.
Hey, it's your boy Ken White, host of the SouthSide Unicorn Show. And I'm just saying, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about some of the things that are going on in the world and in our country and in my community. The other day, I just happened to be in a particular part of town. And those of you who know me, I open my mouth wherever I am. Look, that's what we all have to do. Open your mouth and let that truth come out. Came up on the subject of Brittany Griner. Hoo-wee. What did I do that for, right? So I'm at a particular location, and there's some people in there that just happen to have the same paint job that I do. And they were talking about Brittany Griner and how glad they are that she's going to probably come home. She gets to come home, And yours truly almost lost it. But I slid my hand down my face to regain my composure, and I joined into the conversation. And I said, hey, look, we're the first people to be screaming, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. That's us, And rightfully so in some areas. So when I say stuff like that, keep it in perspective. Keep it in proportion. We're screaming, no justice, no peace. Well, that has to ring true for everybody. And for that to ring true for everybody, that means we have to have laws. That means there has to be a set measure of standard that works for everybody. Because as the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So back to Brittany Griner. The young lady, as we all know, because we've heard it over and over and over again, she took hashish oil into Russia. Now, we're not supposed to be the police of the world. We're supposed to be equals. Come on. Don't you remember when Barack Hussein Obama, was bowing before the Emirates and all this stuff and apologizing? They used to call it the apology tour, right? So hold up, partner. If we're supposed to be equal to everybody, if America's not the big bad, bully on the block, we have to respect what? The laws of other nations. That's right. So there she sits. And she was sentenced to 9.5 years. Now, granted, that's about 4 years more than what that crime normally calls for. That crime that she committed and admitted to normally carries about a 5-year sentence in a Russian gulag or a Russian jail. Now, why would Putin, because with this having such world attention, because she hails out of America, my man Vladimir Putin, he was watching this. He was controlling this. So magically, she ends up with 9.5 years of time. Why? Is it because she's black? Nah. Is it because she's gay? Nah. So why would you give her almost twice the amount of prison time than the crime calls for? Answer: because the Russians play a mean game of chess. I've tried to tell people that, just like I tried to tell the people inside this business, this establishment where we were having this conversation. The Russians play a mean game of chess. This is a chess game. This is brinksmanship. This is Vladimir Putin getting something out of this by sentencing Brittany Griner to 9.5 years. Now, I done strung you on long enough, and we're not going to do a long show today. We're just going to have a little conversation here. Here's the why. The why is because of a man named Victor Bout. This is all about Victor Bout. Now, you might ask, Kenny, who is Victor Bout? Victor Bout has an alias. He's better known as the Merchant of Death. Let me tell you a little bit about this man, Victor Bout, so you know what we're talking about. This man is an arms dealer. He came into his job naturally because he was a member of the Soviet Union linguistics team, which means, he can talk to a whole bunch of different countries, different people, and he fell into the role of providing arms because there were a lot of arms falling apart over there in the, the stands, the place that I say I can't stand any country that ends in stand. So there he is selling arms and people getting killed all over the place because of this man. This man's fingerprints are on wars all over the place. He is believed to be responsible for wars in Afghanistan, Angola, the Congo, Lebanon, Somalia, Yemen. Yeah, man, Yemen. This man has been busy killing some people. And you know who his favorite people are to kill? Americans. Killed up a whole bunch. As a matter of fact, when the government caught up with him over there in Thailand, he was already busy trying to figure out how can I kill me some more Americans. Yum. And that 9.5 years. Let's explain why. See, Victor Bout was arrested in 2011. 2011, they got him. And he ended up with a 25-year sentence here in America because the Taiwanese, or should I say Thailand, they gave him to us after serving 2 years over there. They extradited him to America. Well, we charged him for conspiracy to kill Americans. And so he was chopping down 25 years over here. He was pretty much almost halfway through, about, give or take, 9.5 years left to go. Okay? 9.5 years left to go. And along comes the event of Brittany Griner and her hashish oil. So the trade-off will be, or could be, it hasn't happened yet, that Brittany Griner and another American will be traded for my man Victor Bout, the Merchant of Death. Because, see, she has magically 9 years on the books, and he has magically 9 years on the books, which by the estimation of Joe Biden and his sycophants and the woke is an even trade. That's going to be an even trade in their book because they're going to show you, the American people, look, he had 9 years. She's got 9 years. All we're doing is trading them off. No, what you're doing is unleashing a certified stone cold killer onto the world scene once again at a time when Russia's engaged in what? War. At a time when we can't account for most of the arms that allegedly were sent to the Ukraine. And, let's not forget the billions of dollars worth of arms that were left over there in Afghanistan. My man, Victor Bout, has got to be licking his lips and going, ooh-wee, thank you, Brittany Griner. No, on second thought, thank you, African Americans in the United States of America, for being so damn dumb that you would allow her to be traded for this kind of man. No justice, no peace. They did a biography on this man, and the biography is even titled Merchant of Death. There was a movie made called Lords of War. Might want to check it out. Has Nicolas Cage starring in it. And this movie, Lords of War, that was made in 2005, is loosely based on the life of Victor Bout. So if you want to get a glimpse of what's about to happen when we release Victor Bout a.k.a. The Merchant of Death. Oh, this is an easy movie to read here. Nothing but death. So once again, in the hypocrisy, in the arrogance of the woke left, they don't give a damn who's about to die. Just don't touch one of theirs. Let her go, let him go, whatever. And oh, let me add this while we still talking about the Brittany Griner. Look, I've been reading a lot of stuff on Facebook, and the left is snarky. That's just who they are. They say things like, oh, the Christian Republicans are so damn dumb. They don't have any right trying to talk about Brittany Griner because they don't even know what her gender is. Well, let's clear that up for once and for all. It appears that Brittany Griner was born a female and has made the election to go into certain communities. So let's just clear that up. Yes, it appears that Brittany Griner is a female. She's what they call a gender bender. When we were growing up, y'all know what gender bender is because we had Boy George in our time. Boy George totally confused me. I was like, is this a guy or a girl? What the hell's going on? And it's people like that because they intentionally try to dance between the lines of both genders, so to speak. You're on the WNBA, but you're leaning over, kissing on your partner, like you're a man. Gender bender. So let's just put that to rest. She was born a female. And there are those who are like, you guys aren't qualified to talk about her. And I'll say this as we wrap up on Brittany Griner. No, we weren't sure what her sex was or her gender or this, that, or the other thing because we were living our lives and minding our own damn business when this foolery popped up in our faces. But now that we know Brittany Griner was born a female, has a wife, and all this stuff, let me go ahead and do it like Rep Butler said. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. This is Ken White, host of the SouthSide Unicorn Show. We better take a break before I start breaking off into something, that might not be fit to publish. We'll be right back after these messages.
When I see a new broadcast from the SouthSide Unicorn, I can't wait to listen to it. You just never know what he's going to say.
Hey, my name is Toot Sweet, and I'm New York City's original artist singing for the cause of freedom. I've spent the last 10 years of my life documenting history through my music. It's like a recipe that's blessing me, bringing out the best of me, aggressively testing me to create my own destiny and understanding, universally accepting adversity and learn more lessons in life than you'll learn in any. And when I'm in need of a dose of reality to escape the liberal land of make-believe, I tune in to the Southside Unicorn, where the truth is as solid as New York City concrete. My name is Toot Sweet, and you're listening to my friend Ken White on the Southside Unicorn, and this party is just getting started.
You are listening to the SouthSide Unicorn Show, hosted by my friend Ken White. He'll be back after these messages.
Hey, we're back. Just having a little conversation with you about some of the stuff that's going on, in the country, around the world, and in our communities. Yo, check this out. Look, 2 + 2 + 2 is 6. Did y'all know that? 3 × 2 is 6 also. 1/4 + 1/4 = half, as in half a year of contracted growth. Do you know what all that adds up to? That's right, a recession. You have 2 quarters of business in America where there is no growth. Not worse than that, it's not that there is no growth, it's contracting. It's falling down, it's going down. If you have 2 quarters like that, you are dealing with a recession. Now that's a truth. That's a fact. That is until you enter the bubblegum mystery world of Joe Biden and all these people who surround him. Now, all of a sudden, mythically, magically, that's not a recession. I mean, you would almost expect them to wave their hand in front of your face like they were a Jedi Knight trying to use the Jedi mind trick on us. That's not a recession that you're seeing. You don't care about that. Everything is fine. No, it's not. We got some real big problems up here in this nation right now. I highlight them because I'm not that guy. I am not that guy, and you know it. What guy am I talking about? The one that's trying to get you for your money or make my living off of talking on the microphone and hoping somebody endorses me so I can get some what? More money. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that's going to spit the truth to you because I have to. I'm the guy that's trying to get us to understand that where we're headed and what we're dealing with and what's going down in our nation is not going to be fixed with no election, even though it looks like we're about to whoop a little booty. We're about to get busy on this. Looks like in November of 2022, I can't speak totally about the Senate, but it looks like that Congress is going to fall back in the hands of the Republicans. Now, that's a good thing. Maybe. But you're still going to have Joe Biden up there as the Pontiff Maximus, as the POTUS. And these problems are still going to persist. Why? Because we have done nothing to put an end to the craziness, to the absolute tomfoolery of it. This man is about to, because they passed that stupid, bill, this man is about to unleash on America thousands upon thousands of tax collectors. Aren't tax collectors mentioned in the Bible? And even in the Bible, they weren't mentioned very favorably. Tax collectors. You know what I see as a commonality between tax collectors and Star Wars? Because you know me, I always make analogies about stuff. I like to, connect things together like that. The stormtroopers. This man is building himself a stormtrooper army. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 ba-dum. I could go on and on. I love that song. But yeah, the left is building themselves a stormtrooper army because they don't want to ever give up power. So even though they know they're about to be handed their hat, even though they can see that in a few months they're going to be up out of there, they're about to drill in like chiggers and make sure that they're not going nowhere. They're about to make sure that even if they're outside the White House, they're still going to do damage to the American people. How the hell you feel comfortable as an American leader sicking tax collectors on people who have just been mollywopped by the viddies, who just had their butts handed to them by an economic maelstrom that has never been seen like this before? This man has us buying now it's a little bit less, the gas is down a little bit, and they want you to be happy about that. I mean, mind you, gas is still $2 higher than it was when President Trump was in charge. But they want you to celebrate the fact that it's been 50 days of consistent, reduction in the price of gas. Now, isn't it funny? They want you to recognize that reduction, that shrinkage, but they turn a blind eye when it comes to the word recession. They don't understand that that's a contraction too. These people are almost insufferable, y'all. How much more of these people can we take? So like I said, I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that's sitting here saying, if you out there listening to me, you need to start looking at some of the rallies we're getting ready to do. You need to be brave enough to insert yourself into what we're about to become, because this is the nightmare of the wicked. What we're about to try to be about is the nightmare of the wicked. We're going to come together. Ooh. We're going to remember that we're Americans. Ooh. And we're going to work in unison with one simple goal. Not that I get more than you, or that you get, we all going to get rich or something like that. No. We're going to come together and make sure that we all get three things: life, liberty, and the right to pursue happiness. Every last one of us on an equal playing field. That's what we're headed for. That's what we're trying to get done. God bless the people who have the calling on their hearts to become politicians. Y'all gonna do that thing. But as we know, as we have seen with the left, when they're in power, they try to tear America down legislatively. When they're not in power, they out here in our streets burning, looting, and killing and destroying. Either way, they pivot. They don't stop. They just change up the game. In power, no looting, no rioting. You guys just go ahead and be chill. We got it on the inside. But then when we kick their butts out of Washington, now they take to the streets. So while we're going to have a lot of powerful politicians up there in Washington, hopefully fighting their fight, we, the American people, still have some issues right out here on the plains that we must deal with. So keep listening to the Southside Unicorn Show. Pay attention. A little bit of it might be slightly cryptic, but it's going to be there for you to get. And if it's in your heart to say, okay, fine, it's time to start showing up. It's time to start letting all these people in our country, the fake media, all these guys, it's time to let them know there is a body politic in America that is alive and vibrant. We must remember to lock arms. Can't do that without you. You got to come on, because you got arms, see? And if whether it be physical or not, you need your arms to come with us. Interlock our arms, okay? And let's be prepared to restore America. Notice I didn't say save America. Ladies and gentlemen, get with me on this one. I used to say that mantra, we got to save America. We can't save America. Only Jesus Christ can save America. What we can do as the people, by prayer, by supplication, by repentance, by our bravery, by our willingness to stand with one another, we might be able to add more days to America. That's our role. When you hear people out there saying save America, they're just repeating something they heard, or they're so full of themselves it's ridiculous. We cannot save America, okay? But we sure can add some days. Even if it's by every drop of blood in our body, we can add some days to America. So won't you consider paying closer attention to the Southside Unicorn Show, looking for those areas where you will be able to add your voice, add your influence, add your input, because we all have something we can contribute to the mission, whether it be ideas, thoughts, donations, helping to design, uniforms. And yes, I did say the word uniform. I'll explain more about that in another show. I wanted to wrap up with talking about my man over there at InfoWars. They found him guilty, and from what I understand, they're hitting him up with some millions and millions of dollars. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you got to see that for what that is too. We had a young man who was beset by leftists all over the place, and he managed to get himself out of that situation with an AR-15, and he has successfully sued The View. I'm trying not to mention names because I don't want to get all caught up in some BS. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to mention names on purpose, ladies and gentlemen. He ended up suing The View, and he got millions and millions of dollars. I think he sued some TV stations too and won. So the left being who they are, ladies and gentlemen, we get one, they got to get one. So Alex Jones and InfoWars is the one that they took for the equivalence of the young man that managed to save his own life one night when the leftists were trying to smash him upside the head with skateboards. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying not to mention the name. This young man prevailed. So the wicked, evil darkness has to snatch one too. But now that's not me trying to, quote unquote, totally exonerate and or defend Alex Jones and InfoWars. I'm not. Let me say this for the record. This is one time I think he went a bridge too far. Now, jacking them all up with all these millions of dollars and all that, that's just punitive. That's just them going tit for tat. You know, no different than giving up Victor Bout for Brittany Griner. They always got to get something from us. They ain't never going to let us get a total clean victory with them because that would mean we're regaining the foothold of sanity. That would mean we're regaining the foothold of justice, real justice and real peace. So I'm not defending Alex Jones. I'm not trying to say that freedom of speech now, because there's some things you can say that just ain't right. What he said that day, what he said on his show about, Sandy Hook, man, that's wrong. I've been a lockstep Republican since I was 10 years old. I'm down and ride to die. But we have to be fair in order to have justice and peace. So in this little short show that I'm, putting out right now, I got to say it for the record. Alex Jones was wrong. InfoWars was wrong. But making him pay these type of dollars, that's wrong too. Maybe somebody with billions and billions of dollars might go ahead and write this man a check and save his butt, and maybe he would have learned a lesson from that. It's okay to have conjecture. I do it. It's okay to speculate. But there's a level of decorum and decency that must be respected from all sides if it can be done. And even when they fail on their side, like constantly going back to a baker and trying to make him bake you a cake when there's 1,000 bakers out there, probably some from your own community who would be very happy to make that cake for you. Let them be that low down. Let them be that ridiculous. We have to be fair. We have to be that measure of fairness. So on this one, I'll say it again, sound like a broken record, I'm sure. Alex Jones was wrong. InfoWars was wrong. He should actually just save himself some pain and apologize. You don't say stuff like that about, children being killed and their parents are still alive. You don't say stuff like that. So yeah, that's my little 10 cents on some of the things that are going on in our world and in our country and in our community. I hope you found some good information in that. I think I'll come back on later on tonight. Might even do a live show. So if you want to get in on it and discuss some of the things I've said right now, or even the things we're going to talk about this evening, I welcome you. Go ahead and get your favorite beverage, pull it up alongside of you, watch your connection. Because if you like, subscribe, or follow the Southside Unicorn Show, it's going to light up and it's going to show you, hey, Kenny's on. He's doing his thing. So you just go ahead and jump on with me and let's go ahead and talk about this stuff. I'm sure you have some thoughts and ideas about what's going on, and I'd love to hear them. The people would like to hear them. So this is your boy, Kenny White, saying to you, there's no place I'd rather be. There's nothing more I'd rather do than being right here on this show doing this for you. Ken White, and we are out.